This is an ABC News election update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Terry Moran, and an intense drama is still unfolding for the Democratic contenders at this hour. Here's how it goes. In North Carolina, a resounding victory for Barack Obama, a state he was expected to win. He won it and won it big. He won it by nearly 14 points there in a high turnout election. A lot of black voters and, in fact, a lot of white voters for him as well. In Indiana, it's a nail-biter at this hour. Even at this late hour, ABC News is not yet able to project a winner. Hillary Clinton is leading. There are still thousands of votes to be counted, however. And they come from Lake County, home of Gary, Indiana. It's just outside Chicago, though, and Barack Obama is expected to do well. We should know more by the end of this broadcast. But for the Obama campaign, the win in North Carolina was victory enough to sound a victorious note. He addressed his supporters in Raleigh.
This is our time to answer the call that so many generations of Americans have answered before by insisting that by hard work and by sacrifice, the American dream will endure. Thank you. Thank you, North Carolina.
Well, it's interesting. Even though Indiana remains too close for ABC News to call, Hillary Clinton is also making big promises.
Not too long ago, my opponent made a prediction. He said I would probably win Pennsylvania, he would win North Carolina, and Indiana would be the tiebreaker. Well, tonight, we've come from behind, we've broken the tie, and thanks to you, it's full speed onto the White House.
Full speed onto the White House. Sounds like this campaign is going to continue. Kate Snow is with the Clinton campaign in Indiana. Kate, is it going to continue, or what is this report that Hillary Clinton is going to sound out her support among superdelegates tomorrow? What do you know?
Well, the answer is yes to both of those questions, Terry. It is going to continue for now. Senator Clinton was very clear, speaking to her supporters here in Indiana, saying, I'm going on, I'm going to West Virginia, I'm going to Oregon. She said, I'm going to Kentucky. Don't worry, we're going to keep on going. But the tone of the entire speech, I have to say, was quite strikingly different from the tone of previous election night victory speeches. It was much more subdued, and one thing we noticed was Bill Clinton standing over her shoulder, barely cracking a smile. He looked almost somber standing up there. And Terry, to your second question, yes, tomorrow she is meeting with superdelegates, undecided superdelegates, who of course will be pivotal in this whole contest. She's going to meet with them in Washington, D.C. Now, I'm told these meetings were scheduled prior to tonight, so they're not necessarily a result of tonight's conclusions, but they will be happening tomorrow, and certainly she'll be trying to gauge the support that she still has among those undecided superdelegates.
And those undecided superdelegates now holding the balance of power in this nomination fight. Kate, to run it through to June, she's going to need money. How's she doing financially?
Yeah, you heard her tonight say, go to HillaryClinton.com. She's been saying that almost everywhere she goes. I talked to Terry McAuliffe, her campaign chairman, who's really charged with raising money for her earlier tonight, and he said they're doing just fine. He said they do have some debt, but they'll be able to erase that at the end of this. He's always upbeat, Terry, as you know. Mr. McAuliffe, relentlessly upbeat. So he says not a problem, no problem at all, but there are some rumors beginning that perhaps she'll have to give herself another loan. We'll see if that bears out. They're definitely not in the same financial situation as the Obama campaign.
And they were certainly hoping for a big win in North Carolina as well as her claimed win in Indiana. Kate, thanks very much for that report. Interesting night, interesting day tomorrow for Hillary Clinton. Well, David Wright has been following the Obama campaign for ABC News. He joins us now from Raleigh, North Carolina. David, a big win in North Carolina, big double-digit win. And right now, for ABC News, too close to call in Indiana. How does the Obama campaign read these results?
Well, too close to call, but certainly a stronger than expected showing for him in Indiana. And on top of that, Gavin Floyd of his beloved Chicago White Sox almost pitched a no-hitter tonight, finally gave up a hit in the ninth inning. But this was a very big night indeed for Barack Obama. Not clear yet if this is a shutout for Obama, But on that stump tonight, you saw a different Barack Obama. He didn't take any shots at Hillary Clinton. In fact, he was expressly courteous, congratulating her on what seemed to be her victory in Indiana, and also saying that he doesn't believe it when people tell him that the party is hopelessly divided. He says the Democrats will come together in the fall. He spoke like someone, and maybe it's just that he had a couple of bruised ribs from a pickup basketball game he played today, but maybe it's also because he can see the finish line, but he knows he's not quite there yet.
Bruised ribs from some elbows, maybe. He certainly caught a few in the last few weeks running up to these two primaries. These were bad weeks for him, as he acknowledged, and there was a special concern whether the Jeremiah Wright fiasco and other things would damage his standing with white voters in particular. What do they see in these results?
Well, I think you heard tonight a huge sigh of relief from the Obama campaign on that front. It seems, at least judging from the exit polls, as though he did very well among white voters, even though it's clear that black voters were the key to his victory here in North Carolina. It's not possible to paint either state tonight as Obama being essentially the black candidate. Another very interesting thing in the exit polls is that 7% of the Indiana voters who voted for Clinton say that they'll vote for John McCain in the fall. Now, what does that mean? Possible that it's the chaos project that Rush Limbaugh mounted, urging Republicans to cross over and vote in the Democratic primary for Clinton in order to wreak chaos on the process. Possible that it's something else, but it's something very interesting to watch, and the Obama campaign quickly pointed it out.
Hard, however, to figure out right now in the middle of this fight. Our thanks to David Wright in North Carolina.
For continuing election coverage, stay with ABC News.